Welcome to the EDH Lounge. We have M20 for you this time. We are super excited. My name is Jolt, and I will be playing Vilis, the official broker of blood. So hopefully everybody at the table is ready to sign their life away. And I'm not going to be doing anything busted at all. Austin, what do you think?
Oh yeah, nothing busted at all.
Nothing busted. I
Half a grizzle brand.
Well, I'm gonna play somebody loses the game, and it's probably gonna be me. I'm playing is it a meta? I don't even know how to pronounce this.
I think
Atemsis?
Atemsis.
All-Seeing. Atemsis All-Seeing, and this is it's very heavy on the artifacts, and I'm trying to return my own artifacts back to my hand so that I can meet that requirement of target player loses the game, you know, essentially.
That's a beautiful way to, as long as you hit it, that's what matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't matter how you do it. And then coming up next, all the way across the pond, we have Tribal Kai joining us. What are you playing?
I'm playing Gargos, Vicious Watcher, and this is Hydra Tribal, not going as heavily into the fight mechanic. And I'd just like to reference something very quickly. I did say that I'm not going to come onto the EDH Lounge again after last time, after I played against these exact three people, as it happens.
Oh.
So I'm hoping that I've guilt-tripped them all enough over the past month or however long it's been, so that they'll go easy on me this time. So hopefully my guilt-tripping has worked.
You'll be the last one I target. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And last but not
Working on
least, the Master of Metal, PJ. What are you playing?
I'm playing Sephara Sky's Blade today. I tried to focus around specifically not just playing all of the angels. There are still a lot of angels because they happen to be good white flyers, but I tried to focus on a lot of flying creatures that were not angels.
Okay.
So we'll
Birds.
see how that goes. I have some reservations about things that may happen, but I've also spent the last week in a paranoia metagaming really hard against you guys because I'm on a white. And
Hey,
I don't
yeah,
want to lose the game to combo. So
it's kind of rough out there.
be careful if you tap your lands. There may be winter orbs. There may be static orbs.
Can't wait. That sounds a lot of fun. All right, before we jump into the game, let's give a quick reminder to all of you out there watching. Austin is recording from his own perspective over at Commander 99. Tribal Kai is recording from his perspective at the EDH channel. PJ is recording over at Commander Replay, and my name is Jolt, and I'm recording at Jolt539. So bounce around between the channels. Give us a subscribe, a comment. If you want to give us a high five, that's how you can do it. Comment and subscribe, and that'll make us all happy. Hey, and then good luck, everybody. Let's have some fun.
And to you, sir.
Thank you.
I'm starting the game off, and just while Jolt was doing the introductions there, I was very tempted because I've been watching some Commander 99 videos, and recently there's been some people just playing out their cards while Austin has been introducing everybody.
Oh, you mean Eli? Eli specifically?
And you can hear the anguish in Austin's voice as soon as it happens. He's like, really, you couldn't wait. You couldn't wait to play that land.
We had a a ley line come down before the game even started. You know,
That's the first one I saw. Yeah,
He just wanted to let you know.
It's like, all right, now we can play. Now we can do the
pre-game
introduction.
effects.
Yeah. Oh, I see. We're all some of us are going snow basics.
Yeah, I missed the snow basic thing.
That only happened because I copied this deck list from another one that had snow basics.
Gotcha. Oh, I'm playing snow basics for a very particular reason. I got one card in here that will satisfy the need for snow basics.
Come on, Austin, lead off with an island. That way you can be just like everybody else. Peer pressure.
Well, I will, in fact, lead off with an island, but I'm going to go a step
Yes.
further, and I'm going to cast something.
Oh, new thread at the table.
Yep, I gotta
broke the chain.
New thread at the table.
Put some stuff on the top of my library. I need to hit those land drops.
And also, all the people out there watching, if you didn't know, there's a dude behind Ponder. Every time I talk about it, there's always one or two people like, didn't see that, and I just want you to know he's been staring at you this entire time you've been playing Magic.
I discovered that on the EDH Lounge. Yeah, you pointed that out to me. I was one of those people that didn't know about that guy.
He's been watching you. He's like, I can't believe you put that card on top and didn't shuffle. He's always judging.
Does anyone else have the Congo watch that they gave out at Taco Bell in like 1995 that says "We are watching"?
No,
I was 5 years old.
Is that deep? Is that too deep?
Maybe not.
So what was it? The ninja swords thing last time? That was the really weird reference, and now
Oh,
it's some
yeah.
Taco
Surf
Bell
ninjas.
watch.
It was surf ninjas.
Am I going-
Specifically.
There's PJ just bringing all these really strange references that no one's ever heard of.
Yeah, it makes me happy.
Oh my! Oh my! Did you see this?
Ah.
It went
Game's
vampire
over. Good
tutor
game.
into demonic tutor.
Game 2.
But real talk, I'm not. I'm like just grabbing basic building blocks. I'm not.
Yeah,
I
like
like
soul ring.
necropotence.
Yeah.
I
Okay, I
know.
went a little lighter than you did, Tribal Kai. You're like necropons.
No, actually, dude, I'd never run necropotence. That is just such a. Bleh.
It's a good card, but I find that I die to it as much as I win with it. Like it's really about a half and
Yeah.
half.
It's actually nowhere near as good in multiplayer in my experience.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
1v1,
in 1v1 it's insane, but
it's really good.
in multi, everyone's just like, oh, well, he's got a necro and he just drew 10. Well, we might as well
Yeah.
attack him.
Yeah, I guess that does make sense. Well, 1 versus 1, it's pretty much just game over. Like if
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
gets down necropotent, you're just kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Almost
the
a
number of things you have to do
necromancy.
after that it's hard to win.
This is
Yeah,
the first
it's-
of those artifacts that I was talking
Oh,
about.
man. You guys are getting all the ramp going.
Dude, Atemsis is. I know a lot of people are like not. Atemsis is one of the least popular commanders on EDH Rec, the ranking, but
Yeah.
Atemsis. I mean, if you build Atemsis Drago and like what you're talking about, if you end up using something like Hurkyl's Recall to bounce stuff, I mean, dude, it is completely reasonable that this is a brand new like mono blue control commander. I mean, it just gives you like
Well,
you
lets
just
do
make it card draw
something-
tribal, and then you can
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
swing in and pop somebody, and then good game.
Okay.
It lets you do something pretty interesting in mono blue. I think that you haven't really seen as much of. Like,
Yeah.
You know, like you see mostly control, like Talrand and all that shenanigans. But it's like I just want to draw some cards and reveal my hand and see what happens.
Yeah, to Jolt's point, like in my Patreon polls, it pulled terribly. Like
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, it got like maybe 4% of the vote or something, and everything else getting like 25 or 30 or whatever.
Let me see. Like
Yeah.
pull up to the sets. It is right above what's his name, Dracuseth. However you say it, like it
Yeah.
is second to last.
Yeah.
It's difficult to know what to do with all that because looking at the views on my channel, at least, I do the newer cards from the newer sets, and they get the most views because they're the most
Mhm.
popular at the moment.
Right.
And then I released Duretti
What
the
is
other day,
that?
which is obviously a very old commander by now. And people were saying like, "Oh, finally, an older card." Some of us are tired of seeing the newer stuff,
Yeah.
Right.
but the
Yeah.
views
it's
say
been-
otherwise. So it's a funny juggling act.
Well, see, and then you bring up a good point because like I've got a ton of commander decks and I love playing some of the older stuff, but like I feel like with more recent sets, like I would just do like a quick release of a new commander and then I wouldn't go back to it. And so it's kind of like I almost have to force myself to spend like 2 weeks with this commander. That way I can like feel good about the build and bring it into my rotation. And then with them releasing, I mean, I think what it is they just release so many sets recently that it's just hard to keep up with. Like
It's
by
been
the
Yeah,
one a
time,
month recently.
yeah,
the
by the time
volume of stuff.
yeah, by the time M20 settles down, Commander's going to be coming out in August. Like it's July. August is next month. So by the time
Yeah.
we get these M20 commanders or rotate or settle into some sort of deck rotation, then we've got that, and then after, I mean, it's just kind of like, oof.
I mean, let's be completely honest. Like M20 won't even really be that settled by the time.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, what have we done? Let's put the old mask on there.
Well, the commander set's out in a few weeks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know when
So
preview
it's-
season starts? Does that start this coming Monday? Well, we're filming on Saturday.
It'll be very soon because the set releases in August, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometime in
It'll
August.
be very soon.
Joel, you're trying to lose life, right? That's what your deck is trying to do.
Kind of.
What a good.
But
He's a good
I-
friend. He's
let me
such
help
a
you
good
with that.
friend.
I'd prefer it if Vilis was on the battlefield when this was happening. Oh, dude, if you have Vilis down and somebody swings into you.
Oh yeah, you just draw your deck. Yeah.
Dude, it feels so good.
Yeah. That's the
It's
thing
like
about Vilis.
and then it's just I forget how it's like if you've never played Darien, it's like playing Darien, except instead of soldiers you get card draw, and it's just like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's one important difference I noticed, which is that, soldiers block. Vilis, if you're just taking a lot of damage, you don't exactly have like a lot of blockers to really do anything for you.
And I love this subversion art. It looks good. All
Well,
right.
man, that turned poorly. We could have totally activated Gaia Reach if I tapped differently. Whoops.
You wanted to take advantage of that colorless mana.
I thought some other plays might shape up, based on the draw and the discard, and that's not what happened.
Dude, Mana Gorger Hydra is going to be a problem.
It already started to grow. I was like, oh, I can get in an attack real quick before, and then you started casting spells.
Hey, I didn't cast any spells. That wasn't my fault.
Yeah, Mana Gorger Hydra is one of those cards that just it naturally grows to be like a 10/10, and
yeah, I've noticed like just how good those cards can be on their own because I've played. I mean, there were many lounges where I played the red one, Taurine Mauler, and I've also used like Sunscorch Regent a lot. Actually, a card that's probably in this deck now I'm thinking about it.
Oh, dude, I love Sunscorch Regent. Like,
Yeah,
man,
that's so good.
It's a good card.
Yeah, and just like those cards that just grow and get big, like your opponents have to deal with it eventually. Like it's just like, oh, it's a problem now. It's a 15/15. Like
yeah, let me pull it up real quick. Sunscorch Regent. Flying whenever an opponent casts a spell, put a +1 counter on Sunscorch Regent, and you gain 1 life. And it is a 4/3. It just reminds me of like a neighborhood dog, like one that's just like is friends with everybody. Like you're always happy to see Sunscorch Regent. You get it down, and if it eats a piece of removal, yeah, so be it. But you got some life gain out of it. It's a very fair Magic card.
Yeah. For me, it's played like this bodyguard role of someone has to shoot the Sunscorch Regent, which means Aurelia gets to live because now that piece of removal's gone.
Oh, when you've got a solid, like, not necessarily the commander B for the deck, but like you mentioned, the bodyguard, like when you something that fits that role perfectly, you're like, yeah, let's roll this bad boy out.
It takes the bullet for your commander, and now you get to keep your commander.
It's like a Mother of Runes you don't have to activate, where it's just like, hey, or you kind of like, what is it, that standstill card?
Standstill.
Land still?
Oh,
it's
Vernal.
No, it's that legacy enchantment. Yeah, stand still. Whenever a player plays a spell, sacrifice stand still, and if you do, each opponent draws 3 cards. So it's kind of like you got to crack the stand still to.
Yep.
Got to crack the Sunscorch Regent.
What is this? What is this tribal?
Hydra tribal.
The Vernal Bloom.
That's a lot of mana.
Yeah.
That is a
Y'all,
lot
I
of
think
mana.
there might be a new target at the table.
It doesn't actually count to what it says. Forest, not snow-covered forest, so it doesn't actually work. I meant to take that out.
Oh, okay.
Somebody's lying.
Whoops. Somebody's lying.
I'm
gonna go ask Pete. I'm gonna go ask Eli and Mudsta in the audience real quick. Oh, yep, they said that's a big fat lie.
I'm just thinking we're all sat in a coliseum. Mudster and Eli are in the audience, front row tickets.
Hopefully, the shout out to Eli if he's watching this. Hopefully, you're enjoying your little vacation. Shout out to Mudsta who's at a wedding. Hopefully, you're
his 57th wedding of the year.
57th wedding, yeah.
So if people are at home keeping score and they're like, how do we keep the score of all them? That's you can mark your score sheet. Mudsta wedding, Eli flying.
All right. I think maybe we'll do this.
I love the art on PJ's
deck.
Commander.
Pretty lucky top deck right here.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Keep things from getting wild just yet. Don't want anything getting out of control.
Lost the flip. Oh, for 2 on those mana crypt triggers.
Oof, down to 29 in pure Jolt fashion.
Yep.
So
that's how Mono Black works.
I see you have a Beseju as well. I got some news for you. I'm barely playing any counter spells.
Well, so I tutored up. I was like, well, might as well.
And
I'm playing around white
counter metagaming before the game.
I've got like counterspell negate Swan Song, and like that's it. It's all about those artifacts and returning them back to my hand like a pro.
Mine's in there in case I want to do a really big X spell and just dump all my mana into it and definitely want it to resolve.
Right, yeah. That's you never want to tap out and then just go like negate.
Yeah, exactly. 2 mana, no.
Yeah.
Bum, bum,
12
bum,
mana
bum.
gone.
It's the sad music from The Price is Right. Bum, 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 bum.
I played a number of games in my commander career where, like, if I get countered, if you start getting north of like 10 to 12 mana worth of stuff being countered, like, you just lose. Like,
Yep.
if you try to make some big play and they're just like, nah, counterspell, you lose the game because you have nothing, and then someone just like kills you,
Yeah, that's
and it feels terrible.
not fun.
It's a Sphinx.
Yep. It's a fact or fiction.
It is, in fact, a fact or fiction.
And here you go, Tribal Kai. Enjoy
Oh, thank you.
this pile
Let's
of
have a
5 cards.
It's
That's
very
all.
metal art too on
Subtract.
Sphinx. Like I would love to have that on the side of a van.
Yeah.
Dude,
Pretty nasty pile.
I wish van art would
Pretty
come
nasty.
back. That'd be pretty cool. I feel like there'd be a lot of good van art between like Magic and Dungeon stuff becoming a lot more popular.
Go with that.
Okay, I think I will take the rapid hybridization pile. But since I have no blue mana currently, I'm just going to tap out.
I'll take that.
And leave my
I really
double
like
blockers
Nazar.
back.
Double blockers.
Yeah. Yeah, just, for this Hydra. Like,
Yeah.
I'm being very specific. My double blockers. Like, that's... Don't attack me.
Let's see where that old Hydra's coming.
It's already a 6/6. 5 counters.
know.
Like...
Oh, yep.
A certain someone blew up my Vernal Bloom.
I mean, it's a little early to start doubling the mana.
No, it's never too early to start doubling up your mana in green.
No, never.
I
And
wasn't going
that's
to say anything, but I don't have
like-
any answers for it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Land? Okay. Well,
Is that another Beseiju? I just missed it. Guys, calm
there's
down.
2. There are 2 Beseijus. We'll just head on back this way.
Well, it doesn't feel good if it's like they mentioned. You tap out
Yeah.
a big
guess.
spell, and it's just like Swan Song. You get a Frankie Bird token. Like no, that I'll pass on that.
All right.
The Mask of Memory.
What am I discarding?
I wonder what the Boreas Charger is thinking. What is trying to remember with the Mask of
He's
Memory?
thinking like, I can race against this Hydra. I can beat him.
If I didn't have Mask, I would have totally just left it back to block, but
That's that mono white card draw. That card advantage. Just put Mask on and just turns.
I am
This feels like, honestly, this feels like Magic Fest Dallas. Like having Mask of Memory just go to town on like turn 3 and just being unstoppable for the rest of the game.
You
Yeah,
haven't
that
seen
was-
my best one. My best one was when I got Solemn Simulacrum with a Gift of Immortality and a high market and just did that every turn for like 6 turns. But yeah. You guys ever seen Helm of Possession?
Yeah.
Yes. It's
It's a
a
sweet
good-
card.
there's the blue one that does the same thing.
Fidel
on your islands. Fidelkin Shackles, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little different flavor.
This is for everybody else.
Haha. 1 for 3 on those flips. Okay.
Hey, I got swamps.
Yeah, swamps for everybody.
Appreciate it.
No need to put life into Beseiju now. That's good.
Yeah. Here it comes, though. Well, that's a Night's Whisper, but I'm like, we're at Vilis mana,
You draw 4 cards if your commander's in play with that?
Well,
Seems good.
Yes.
If you lose
Yes.
life, yeah.
2 mana, draw 4? Yes, please.
No.
Do a little board cleanup.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do the board cleanup. That mana Gorger Hydra is just not
Yeah, it's a problem.
not really.
But it wasn't
Yeah,
coming at
problem.
me, so I was okay with it.
Who gets a Boreas Charger trigger?
Not me. I think I'm lowest land count here.
I get one. Does
Yeah.
go to the battlefield though, so that's cool.
I'm saying don't target me.
It's not targeted. It just is numbered.
And opponent. Right, that's right.
It's been Boreas Charger's been kind of hit and miss, so I've been excited to like put it into this deck because it has more synergy than just like its ETB leave the battlefield thing. But
Yeah. Nice. More lands. That's what
That'll
I
help.
actually needed.
That'll help you with the Atemsis.
Hey, 0 converted mana cost is a mana cost.
It is.
it is, yeah.
A lot of times
I tried to cast a Mox into a Lavinia the other night, and that didn't go so well for me.
Ugh.
Feel free to cast as many non-creature spells as you'd prefer for the rest of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, every time I see that, I think of Mudsta just like
Yeah. When
going to town like 30 card drops. Somehow he lost. I remember being amazed at how much card draw he got from that commander, and then just lost somehow.
Well, be prepared. I will do the same thing. Repeat history here.
Was it? You said non-creature spell? Is that what it is?
Non-creatures.
Non-creature.
Yep.
All right. We've got
It
creatures.
probably only affects Jolt more than anyone else. Like, I mean, you're playing Bird Tribal and Hydra Tribal.
Throwing shade much?
No, I'm a fan of the birds. Like,
No, this is like, dude, I've played a couple games at Vilis, and I'm like, hey, this is it's always nice to be the bad guy in the wrestling ring. Sometimes feels good. I normally don't do the bad guy in the wrestling ring, so.
Have you guys played Sephara at all?
No,
not yet.
Maybe it's just because of me and like I do play like a lot of mono white, or at least a decent amount of it, and there's a lot of like really interesting choices that go into your deck building.
Yeah, I need to build it.
There's like a lot of like little interesting pockets of cards, but then like you want all of them, and then you're at like 130 cards, and you're like, I got to give something up, and I don't know what it's gonna be. So I don't know. It's been tricky to build.
I can
Are we
see
fighting?
that.
Is that what's going on right now?
I was gonna say, if y'all are, I love it, because just think about this, dude. It's like
Well,
like how Jurassic Park that is.
you put a lot of effort into not losing your commander. Like, that was a trade right there.
Yeah. Shooting another hall, probably a good idea though. Probably a good idea.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were going to go for the reanimate, regenerate or not, but
I
I
am
think
based
it's worth
on
3 of your cards.
Based on a card on my hand. I definitely, it's worth it.
Yeah,
So.
I'd say that's pretty good exchange.
That sounds ominous.
No, you'll see. It's not that big of a deal.
Play this guy down there.
Players can't pay life or sacrifice creatures to cast spells or activate abilities.
Dude,
I wonder
if I was playing Aristocrat.
we'll be doing that at all.
Just in case. Just in case.
You can't tell I'm hovering over Jolt's commander right now. Just
I can hear the
clicking.
Let's choose tails. Haha, won the flip. 2 for 5.
Angel of Jubilation is seriously good against black decks though, and not enough people run it.
No, dude, if I was playing Aristocrats, that'd be rough.
I'm not convinced that you're not playing Aristocrats.
I thought about it.
So we were having an interesting metagame discussion in the pregame, and one of the interesting things about metagaming is that like we all sort of have like predictable build patterns, or at least a few of us. Me and Jolt anyway. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you probably know what you're getting out of the two of us. So like,
yeah, for sure.
The answer to metagaming is for either of us to do something different.
Ooh. Okay.
Now's your chance.
So now we're cracking some stuff.
Pay some life, draw some cards. I know it's gonna happen.
Except you cannot, friend. Oh, maybe now you can. Okay.
Yeah, I'll draw a
Ooh.
card.
I hadn't anticipated all of this.
Hey, Austin, crack the seal.
I know. I wanted to get it started, especially with the angel on board. I'm like, now's the perfect timing. You know.
Well, I guess we'll just do it. This.
It's nice to get a stack going like this.
Yeah, it's gonna keep going. I'm ready. I have a feeling because players can't sacrifice creatures, right?
Oh yeah, that works on me too. I guess.
Yep,
that.
it's all players.
Oh yeah, that is a bit of a non-bow, I guess. All right.
Yeah,
well,
a little
I guess
bit.
down it goes.
Yeah. Once it's gone, though, you could totally sacrifice it.
Down it goes.
Oh, what are we vendetting? Okay.
No, hang on.
Oh,
I had nothing to do with this stack.
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't nice. This isn't nice. Okay, right.
Well, if you
where
want,
are
you
we?
can fight me. I don't know.
Fight me. I'd love you to say that to me in real life at
Yeah.
some nerdy convention.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to come fight me, bro?
I mean,
right.
I'll fight. This time I'll fight. Last time I wasn't gonna fight, but
All right. Hopefully everything's cleared out now, and this is gonna work.
okay. Is it a non-creature spell? Because I want
It is in fact a creature spell.
Okay. So if an opponent would draw 2 or more cards, instead we draw 1. So that doesn't affect me.
Yeah, you're just drawing one from Nizal.
Yeah.
Getting that mono white card draw.
But it does annoy me a little bit. So maybe I don't want to fight.
Mm.
No, I'll still fight. I also probably should have waited to see what Vilis is going to do before it dies. Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Draw 3 cards. And then you can pay some life to draw more cards. But here's the thing, Alms Collector is stopping you.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to.
Yeah. I got nothing.
Let me see.
That's 2 metagame cards in a row.
Yeah, it's definitely some metagaming.
We need to all show up after a set release one time and just bring random decks from the set so that none of us know what each other's bringing.
So I heard someone talking
That'd
about
be
that. I can't
interesting.
remember who at this point. But someone was talking about like just hiding your commanders out of the command zone until you cast them in a more of a like interesting play experience because you don't know what's coming. You can't prepare for it. But on the other hand, probably just leads to like, oh, you've got me because I don't have any answers for what you're doing. But
Well, you're supposed to start the game with your commanders face down, aren't you? In like a paper game. So I thought. That happens at the beginning of Modo. You can't see each other's commanders
That's
until
true.
the game
That's
starts.
true.
right, but as soon as like turn 1 happens, you can see it. But like the person I was talking to was saying like, no, you don't actually see it until they cast their commander.
Oh, I see. Right. So the game can be, halfway through, for example, before.
Right, like it's like a hidden roles
Yeah.
kind of game.
Right.
Could be interesting. I wouldn't mind trying that out at some point.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting experiment. Yeah.
This is a lot of stuff happening before rapid hybridization even resolves.
Yeah, jolts back up to 7 cards. That's the thing that happened.
Correct. Yeah. I'm seeing the card count.
Yep.
Let me tap out real quick.
Yep.
Check that
you
out.
Got it. Second main Mind Stone. Into something?
Into pass the turn.
Into pass the turn. Got it.
Okay, that was a little bit of a stack right there.
That was fun. Because then I get to do this. I play a land.
What you got there, partner?
I've got a pretty interesting set of a pretty interesting card here. I didn't want cards in hand, so I could do this. And we're
Sweet.
just gonna choose
Ooh,
Yeah.
choose
everybody-
BJ over here and
What?
Like a new Nesh deck. This.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm.
This is
That's what it
Sphinx
looks
Tribal.
like.
I'd like you guys to note this moment. The mono white deck has the most cards, or at least it did before that Sandstone Oracle trigger.
Yeah, before the Oracle.
PJ's like, so technically, I have won.
I've already won.
Yeah,
Now
I
we
I am
can
better
continue.
than all of you.
Just scoop the game. I've already won.
Scoop the game. Go home.
Going home.
Unfortunately, everything in my hand costs more than 3 mana, so we're just gonna pass here.
Definitely Sphinx Tribal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not Sphinx Tribal. It's Card Draw Tribal. like we mentioned.
Which just happens to be a lot of Sphinxes.
Yeah, there's 3 I think in here. I played the Uthun, and then I've got Unesh in here as well.
Sphinx Tribal is actually a pretty cool tribe. Like there are
Yeah.
some cool Sphinxes.
Well, that's one of the tribes we've seen on our channel the most.
Oh, yeah.
It's been played by Eli, Jolt, and Hog from the Trinisphere, and it's like, oof.
I played
Every time.
Yeah, I played Azor once a long time ago on the lounge,
Yeah.
and like it wasn't true Sphinx Tribal, but it was still just like a lot of Sphinxes. And I don't know, sweet deck.
There it is again.
Getting down to the fighting.
Fight the Oracle. Yes. Snatch
Oh,
it out of
man.
the air. Snatch it. Dude, I love that Gargos and Nez fight. That was. What is
A
that?
lot of removal
movie?
happened in this game.
What is that movie?
Godzilla,
No, there's
okay.
another movie where like all the it's like Godzilla.
Pacific
but-
Rim.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the Pacific Rim right there. We've got the
Yeah.
big
Giant.
monster.
Yeah,
monsters
definitely.
fighting. I like that.
Nezahal versus Gargos.
Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
I've watched those.
I need to see them. I picked up Pacific Rim for like $1 on Blu-ray, or like a
Mhm.
couple of dollars at my. There's a gaming store, not like an actual like board game store, but like a video game store. In it's called Game Exchange, and I think they're in Austin. Have
Okay.
you ever been to one, PJ?
I haven't, but I haven't really looked. So I mean, it could
Yeah.
be there. I'm just
It's like
not personally aware
what
of it.
GameStop is, except they have like Atari games, they have NES games, Super Nintendo games. They have pretty much like they don't just like because the console's discontinued stop carrying that stock. Like
Mhm.
the other day, I found like Atari Atari cartridge for like $5. So I picked it up.
My local game store where we play Magic, it's also a video game / movie store. It's called Game On Movie and Games, and
Oh, that's cool.
it's got all the old school games. Like it's got a lot of stuff. It's perfect.
Is the
You guys ready
ET
to play some
cartridge
bear
the one that filled up
Yeah.
a landfill somewhere?
Yeah,
the one?
that's
Yeah.
that's why I saw it and I was like, hey, $4. I was like, all right, pick it up.
Made way too many of them.
Okay, each player can't cast more than 1 spell each turn. Right.
We're playing some fair magic today.
Okay. Well,
Mm.
I have no way to interact with that once it's hit the board.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too.
It was what
Okay.
PJ was thinking when he built the deck.
Yep. This seems like the ultimate card against Josh LeQuai,
Mm-hmm.
because his
Value
game is
engines.
like build up resources, go wild in a turn, and nope. Anyone see the last command zone, by the way?
Yes.
It was
No
wild.
responses here.
Ugh, that hurt. That hurt.
Well, that was his one card, so he did it.
Yep. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Say the seal got cracked, and just because I want to try to get everybody into the teens, I'm swinging it. Sorry, Austin.
No, I mean I gave you that frog. It's only fair that you give it right back to me.
Yeah, just here's a taste of your frog lizard.
Hmm.
Dude, that thing so looks like straight up Resident Evil 64. Like if you just put a few more pixels on it, like it just has that weird angle on its mouth. Just man.
Okay. Well, only casting 1 spell. It's a bad time, but we're gonna make it work.
Yeah, we're gonna
It's
fight.
just got to be a good one. You just got to cast a good one.
I feel like
Commander?
Exsanguinate was a pretty good one.
Exsanguinate was in fact
commander?
a very good one.
PJ's like, yep.
Go for
Think
your
sounds
commander, swing in, win the game. Seems all right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's
Get some
not win the game. It's target player loses the game.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. So you know, we'll all be
Yeah,
friends
'cause-
here.
Because rule of law, that would be.
I know you can fight me, Tribal Kai, but please don't. Like,
Oh, after the exsanguinate, I've got a different.
PJ, right?
Table
PJ, right? Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
PJ is definitely the new target.
casting that exsanguinate, definitely. Yeah,
It just went to my graveyard for some reason.
yeah. Modo's weird like that.
okay,
Yep.
that was a 2-mana Hydra. I like it.
Yep. There's those 2-mana Hydras. They are a sweet. Oh, you get a double crack on that one.
Landfall for days.
Dude, like Orden Reef for those counters. Whoo, that's some good. We got Gargos.
Yeah, getting in for 10 trample commander damage. No worry there, right?
Yeah, and that's what's so fun about Gargos is just like if you just kind of look in the direction of Voltron for Gargos, it is so brutal. The fact that it can clear the way and then it has like just throw trample on there, vigilance. It's just you can feel the little head snipping.
Yeah.
Huh.
What?
Okay. Okay.
What you got, PJ? I know that deep in thought voice.
He
The
wants
wheels
to
are turning.
sacrifice his.
He's got Helm of the Host, is what he's got.
Yeah.
I do not. There's no Helm of the Host in this deck.
Helm
but I
of
would-
Possession.
Don't
Helm of
take my
Possession, sorry.
frog lizard.
Then you get 2 Sepharas, and then they're both indestructible.
Okay, taking a Gargos.
Taking a
Poor
guard.
Ranker just sitting over there on tribal side.
Yep.
Yeah. Well done, Modo. You did it.
He tried. Moto's trying.
Well, it's still his card. I mean, it's still your card. You know, it'll hang out on your
Yeah.
side of the board.
Well, and really, if Ranker has ever wanted anything in its entire life, it's probably to be its own creature. I mean, really, it comes back to your
That's it's not lethal.
To jolt.
But it's
Wait.
scary.
To
Wait, is that
jolt it
lethal
is.
to me?
To jolt it
Yes.
is. Ooh.
To jolt it is.
It doesn't matter who
Okay.
swings in with it.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
that's
what
right.
are we gonna do as a play table about this? I'm looking at Austin and Tribal. Let's do something.
I do have open mana, but believe it or not, it means nothing.
Don't wanna be all
That's that
by
rule of law.
myself. Let's
Mass
see.
trigger.
All right, somebody's waiting for the regular damage trigger, right? They're just waiting for the first strike trigger.
Yeah.
Right?
Bad news.
Right?
Good game.
30
Joel,
commander damage.
If I had Assassin's Trophy in hand, I wouldn't save it with it.
Well, to be honest, Torment of Hellfire was coming, so
Yeah, I
I
figured.
had no issues at
Oof.
all, just being the evil villain at the table. So
Yep.
I'm surprised that lasted this long. Now we get a front row seat.
Yeah.
More importantly, I gained some life back on that because that exsanguinate was pretty nasty.
Oh yeah, life gain gonna really
Mhm.
help you out there.
Yeah, and if I get Vilis down next turn, it's well, now rule of law hurts, but I can draw a bunch of cards, which even if
I
I
guess
can't
we're-
cast them, I
guess we're
want to draw a
discarding.
bunch of stuff.
Can't cast more than one spell each turn.
Yeah, that's
It's a
pretty
bummer.
brutal.
It's a bummer.
That's a bummer, man.
Hmm. Too bad that
Or me.
means PJ can cast during my turn. Because I feel like he's got mana open for a reason. It may be mono white, but
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's discard. Guess we don't need that as much. And...
oh, you got a full grip. No need for a skull clamp.
Oh, that was nasty. I started to do the commander damage in my head, and I was like, I think that's right. And then PJ's like, no, he's dead. And I was like, no.
All right, well, let's get into it.
I think you just go for PJ.
Head to
11
combat.
You've got 11 cards in hand, right?
I do.
Let's do this.
I'm
11
forcing
cards, one
I'm
spell.
forcing the narrative. What do you got, PJ?
I may have like left myself exposed here. That's
Oh, okay.
could have possibly happened. But you know, we'll take a chance. Take a chance. Let's do. We have. Okay, that'll net some mana.
Teferi's protection.
Oh yeah. I'm sure.
Derp.
My guess is
This would be maybe the first time that I don't have it.
the Gaia Reach. Okay. What do I
We're
discard?
Oh, because I was thinking if you did it
We're digging.
comeuppance and it just deals damage to an opponent. All right.
We are a digging.
Mhm. With your
Okay.
2 remaining mana. Any luck?
No. We'll just pitch this land right here, and hope you don't have 6 different cards.
Oh yeah, really hoping.
Yeah, just go
I
for
didn't
hope
build
right
the
there.
entire deck around that ability.
Let's see. Do you got it? Do you have it, Austin?
Okay, so yield to this ability. Yes, I would
let's
like
see.
to reveal. What
Is
happened?
I lived.
That's not right.
What happened? I'm alive.
That's not right. Let me check the chat log.
Did you click everything?
I clicked yes.
Did you
it
click the
bugged?
cards beforehand? Maybe you
No,
had to
I didn't.
select which
Maybe I had
ones
to select the
reveal.
cards. Yep, that's probably it.
Oh,
I
and
clicked
again,
OK.
Modo, thank you very much.
Modo.
I can hear Mudster in the crowd
Oh,
screaming away
no.
at the
Okay.
client.
The client
Alright.
has shown me disfavor. Okay, well, let's just do this for now.
What's your one spell gonna be?
Actually, cancel. Yeah, my one spell. Since I can't just straight up, take a player out,
That's a bummer.
Yeah, I clicked right
Yeah,
through it.
that doesn't feel good.
Okay. Well, here you go. Tribal. Do you want actually let's do this. Let's let Gargos decide what it wants to do as it goes back to Tribal's hand.
Okay.
Okay.
You can fight my Atemsis, or you can
Well,
fight the Hydra and
Well,
kill
we had a
Gargos rather
pretty
than
close
putting
one-
it
we had
back
a
to
pretty
his
close
hand.
one last round, so I think we're going for your commander.
Yeah. No, I can't cast anything because I did not reveal.
I'm
Anyone
booing.
want
I'm
that
booing
reveal?
from the audience, from the stage.
Yeah, I'm booing myself. Like that was.
Well, I'm not booing you. I'm booing at PJ. I'm gonna start throwing my drinks at PJ.
What? I didn't do anything. I sat there willingly waiting to take it,
I know.
realizing the mistake that I made. I'm like, oh, I think I made a bad.
That's a first time playing this on because I played Goalless. I tried playing it, like I play tested with that a bit, and I was like, oh, it's too strong. So
Yeah,
I
no,
moved to
it really
moved to
is.
this and was like, oof.
Yeah, there's like no such thing as a weak goalless deck. If it just untaps with mana, you're in trouble. Like,
If you want to do me a solid, PJ, though, and just not cast spells, and I'll just minimize your window. We'll pretend like you're not here.
okay, yeah,
You
we'll
know,
pretend like I'm not here.
Yeah, and it'll be just me and Tribal Kai 1v1ing right here. You cast
So-
nothing.
I played against Golos, like Signet Golos, where they just had a bunch of Signets, and I was like, dude, this dude's not getting lucky, like going for his reveals. And then, or this person was getting unlucky with their reveals, and then they played that artifact where like they become. It's like I guess it's an enchantment where artifacts are equal to their converted mana cost, or something like that.
Okay,
That
yeah,
makes sense. And then, like, next thing you know, there's like Worn Power Stones, a 3/3, Signet's a 2/2. I mean, it was just like, I was like,
Is that March of the Machines? Is that what that is?
Let me look that up because that was.
They turn into
Shit.
creatures?
Yeah, I'm gonna go actually look up the source video for
What?
that.
Swinging my way.
Let me
Well,
see.
he's really upset. You were supposed to lose the game. Like,
Yeah, I don't think you're going to F6 through your turn.
I was probably supposed to lose the game. What's that?
I don't think you're going to F6 through your turn like you
Yeah,
should.
probably not. Since we're still here,
Yeah,
might as
you're
well,
still
I
here.
love how Tribal put it on
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you
put up a
should.
fight.
Yeah.
You should be doing that. The guilt trips continue.
Oh, I could have totally grabbed a Misfell Plains. I don't know why I need.
Yeah, you
Misfell
could have
Plains, but
lost last turn too.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
you
could've
should
done.
have lost last turn.
It's okay. I brought something real spicy for you guys. Here's a card that doesn't show up nearly enough.
Well, at least we're keeping it entertaining, Oh, okay. So you're gonna get a bunch of little.
I'm gonna get 31 Pegasi.
All right.
It is March of the Machine. Well, what the? I was looking at my second monitor. What just happened?
You came back and saw the
Stormbird.
31.
Yeah, what is It is March of the Machines.
I think Tezzeret has like an ultimate that does the same thing or something.
Ooh, I can build a Golos Tezzeret. Ooh, that sounds like a good.
So what I'm hearing is when you don't lose, you're gonna win. Is that what's happening? Like,
Yeah, unless you got answers. I mean,
I don't have answers.
Pyroclasm.
And I can only cast one spell. So
Yeah.
recast my commander. Oh man. Mistakes were made.
That does feel bad though. Like when it's a
When
client
Moto.
thing.
Yeah.
Like we all
Yeah.
know what should have happened. We
Well,
know
it
what
said,
you were
like-
doing, and it's
Should
Yeah,
we?
gave me the option.
What do y'all think? What should we?
I think we're okay. The game's winding down anyway,
Yeah.
I'm ready for game 2. Let's go to game 2.
Oh yeah, we'll go to game 2.
Hurricane X1.
Pow.
There's also an elemental that does that and just wipes the flyers. There's a few of them actually.
Yeah.
Each stun creature artifact is. Yeah, it's got me wanting to build a Golos March in the Machines deck now.
I was trying to make Bludgeon Brawl work for a while, where it's similar effect, but it turns all your non-equipment artifacts into equipments.
Ooh.
So you
I
can just
like
turn
that.
your Worn Power Stones and Thran Dynamos into, +2 or +3 and +4, and
Azuri's Predation, Tribal. Azuri's Predation. Go, go, go.
that's a fun
He's
card.
got something.
I do have something.
Hurricane X1.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's a pretty good one.
Nice. That's an X10 too. So
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Craterhoof?
I don't
Probably not that good actually right here, but we'll see.
I mean, whatever you grab, like it'll be good with Gargos and the other Hydra,
Oh yeah.
because you're gonna have a lot of power, and it gets haste too. So
Yeah, and if X
Yep.
is 10 or more, creatures you control get +10. Oh.
What was this
there
one?
we
Mike?
go. Put a +1/+1 counter.
Oh
Creature
yes,
flying.
yes,
Oh, man,
Tribal's living the good life right
Yeah.
there. Look at that.
Oh, Storm Herd down.
One shot the table. Yes. Oh my. Yes, this is beautiful.
Nice. Yep, well played. Well played.
Whip tongue Hydra's like gonna have indigestion later because it just ate so many pet. Just imagine. Oh, that is.
Well, I want to thank the three of you for going easy on me after last time.
Oh, look
what
at that.
happened here.
That was.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That was. That's what we play Commander for, right there. That was beautiful. I love that. Okay,
Nice.
as far as Vilis goes, hey, that's exactly how I expected it to play out. Surprised I didn't get more hate early, because if you just get Vilis on the table, it is just, even through a rule of law, I was able to just get down and sanguinate and just be right back in it. So
Yeah.
however long Vilis is long for this Commander world, it's fun. I enjoy it, and get
like
the game in while he's still here.
I was definitely into the destroying it to cause you to draw cards, because I
Uh-huh.
wanted to get a full hand, and you saw that was my strategy.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
fill up my hand so that I have the converted mana costs. By drawing an exorbitant amount of cards, it essentially, I had the player elimination for sure. And I play a lot of
Yeah.
effects too that tap down Atemsis because it
Mhm.
specifically says on the card deals damage.
Yep.
It does not have to deal combat damage. So I had all
yeah.
those effects that where you tap it to ping, and then I can untap it with like pedo. What is it? There's the land that does it. There's the pedo creature that does it. That he untaps it as well. There's just plenty of
Yeah.
effects that do that.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the
I
other cool
actually
thing
didn't
about
know that.
Vilis, yeah, the other cool thing about Vilis is like something like Vendetta. One
Mhm.
black mana, destroy target creature, you lose life equal to that creature's toughness. Like the fact that I can just get Vilis down and hold it up and like pop Gargos for 7 and draw 7 with one. I mean, it's just
Yeah, that was like Knight's Whisper. Draw 4.
yeah, draw 4 cards.
Yeah.
PJ, anything on your mono white flyer deck? I mean,
It actually played pretty well. Like I was able to keep up with you guys. My biggest concern and like, a lot of the stuff that came up in chat is because sometimes when you play mono white, you just don't have answers to what's going on and you just lose. Like you do
Yep.
nothing. And so that's what I was pretty concerned about that, but I was actually able to hang in there and like interact in various ways, get card draw in kind of some weird ways with the Alms Collector, and some ramp with the Boreas Charger was good. If I untap right there with all this stuff, it's probably lethal on everyone unless,
Oh,
unless
for
it's on
sure.
Hydra comes down. So I think there was an Elish Norn in my hand at that point, so they're going to be even more crazy
Ooh.
and big. And
Yeah.
but I do like the fact that like this deck makes Stormherd very playable. I just couldn't get
Oh,
my
yeah.
commander in at any point, and that would have protected everything. So
That'd have
Yeah.
been good. And last but not least, the official king of the lounge, Tribal.
King of
you'd
the
like to toss
lounge.
in, anything you'd like to toss in there? You're king until the next lounge.
Yeah, everyone has to refer to me as king of the lounge from now on until the next time.
Till the next
Um,
one.
Yeah, the Gargos deck, it didn't really come up in this game, but I built a little bit of mass artifact destruction into the
Oof.
deck because you don't have to rely on rocks with green to ramp,
Yep.
Yep.
That's
hence Vernal Bloom and things like that.
very solid.
I'm
So
glad
if
it
anyone,
didn't show up. I was playing like
Well-
25 artifacts. Like
well, that's exactly my thinking. Most of my decks have a lot of artifact rocks and things like that in there, so I was just trying to play around that because green doesn't have to rely on those for ramp. And
Mhm.
yeah, didn't come up in this game, but that's in there as well for anyone who's interested.
yeah.
Well, cool. Well, that was definitely a good game. I feel like that's why we play Commander, for interactions like that where we get to imagine a chameleon Hydra whipping out and have 30 something tongues and swallowing all those Pegasus. A Pegasi, or what would be the plural of Pegasus? Whatever it is. It's just a beautiful Pegasus. That
It's
is
not
a
actually. I don't know what it is. Probably Pegasi.
well, you sounded very confident, so we're gonna
Yeah.
roll with it. But yeah, that's why we play Commander. That's a beautiful image. And if anybody has anything else, I think that's it. We all good?
Yeah, we're all good.
Cool.
I think that is good for
All
me.
right. Well, everybody, thank you for watching. Once again, please hop around between the channel, leave a comment, leave a subscribe, and well, I guess hit the subscribe button. Don't leave a subscribe. But anyways, we'll catch you in the next lounge. Hey, bye.
Take care.
See ya.
King of the lounge.